everybody, welcome back to Country Glamour. So I'm going to be doing a video that is somewhat different from what I usually do. Today I wanted to talk about a few tips and tricks for starting out as a makeup artist and ways to become successful as a makeup artist. Now I just want to put a disclaimer in there that I am by no means a super successful makeup artist right now, but I'm still trying to get my name out there, and before I got started in the makeup field, I was looking up, blogs, videos, anything that could kind of give me some tips and tricks to further along my career as a makeup artist, and not very many of them were very helpful. A lot of them were just kind of, I don't know, it just made it kind of seem like it was never going to happen, or that, oh yeah, it's super easy, just put your name out there and immediately you're going to get business. And I just want you to know that that is not super ideal. So I have been interested in doing makeup on other people since December of 2015. I first started with one of my videos, I will link in the description below, of me doing makeup on my first ever client. And she just happened to be a good friend of mine, one of my co-workers. She was getting married, wanted to be a bridesmaid, asked me to do a blue and silver smoky eye on her. So I said, yeah, I'll do it for you. I was super nervous. I had never done makeup on anybody else except myself. I created my YouTube channel just so that I could do makeup on myself, not to do it for other people. But once I did it and she felt so beautiful and everything went really well, I wanted to actually further my career in that. So I just want to start off by saying how to get your name out there. One of the things that I really had to do and realize, I don't typically like to get on social media very often, but if you want to get in this field, social media is something you're going to have to do, because unfortunately 90% of my business comes from social media. I wouldn't be anywhere if it weren't for social media. Yes, you can make business cards and take them to stores and just have a business card with you at all times to give it to people if they like your makeup, but I only got one client out of that experience. Out of the rest of the people that I've done makeup on so far has all been contributed to social media. So what has been done that I would suggest start off is get on social media, make an Instagram account. If you already have a Facebook account, create another page that is contributed just towards your makeup artistry. I have my own personal Facebook page, but then I also have my Renaud Makeup Facebook page, and I will link those in the description below. That way you can kind of see how I have it set up. It's not anything super crazy, but I like to just post my portfolio pictures on there, things that I'm doing with, even if I'm doing makeup on friends or on a model, on my clients, I like to ask for permission to post it on there, and then I will post it. You can also, now Facebook has the marketplace, you can advertise on the marketplace. There's something that we have here in Colorado that I use. It's like the Evergreen Colorado Yard Sale. It's sort of like Craigslist for Facebook, but it's like this group that I follow, and I can post stuff to that for advertisements. On Facebook you can boost your post, so you will have to pay, but it kind of gets to a broader audience. So that is one way to further your career in Facebook. The most important one, I believe, though, is Instagram. And Instagram is super important because you can actually post pictures and small videos of what you are doing, sort of make a portfolio out of it, and kind of keep your people up to date on what's going on with your life. And what's super important about using this is hashtags. So even whenever I was doing my makeup just on YouTube, I would use hashtags on Instagram, and I hated doing it because I felt like I was begging for views. But unfortunately, if you want to make a career out of something, you're gonna have to do things that you're not 100% comfortable with. Begging for views on Instagram was not something I wanted to do, but whenever you do use hashtags, you're getting your name out there even more. So I would usually use like Colorado makeup artist, Denver makeup artist, Denver photography, because photographers are looking up, other photographers in the area too, or people are looking up photographers, and then they see your picture with the hashtag and they go, oh, well, this looks interesting, and they will look it up. Another thing with Instagram is contacting people all the time. I usually get on Instagram about once a day. Maybe it's kind of slowed down a little bit. It's more kind of once a week now, but I will get on there and look up the hashtag Denver models, Denver photographers, sometimes like Denver engagements, Denver bridal, what have you. I will contact these people, like let's say a model. I will direct message them, or if I want to be extremely professional about it, I will try to find their email account if they have one linked to it. If not, I will just direct message them on Instagram. And the message that I usually use is somewhat along the lines of, "Hi, my name is Angelica. I'm a freelance makeup artist here in Denver. I'm always looking for any opportunity to further my career and my portfolio. I think that you have a beautiful look, and I would love to be able to collaborate with you on something. I'm not sure how you feel about trade for print or if you have a fee, but let me know what you think. All of my information is in my biography in my Instagram page." So it's usually along the lines of that. Trade for print is very nice to use. I know that in blogs and videos they will usually recommend trying to get into trade for print. Basically, trade for print is you collaborate with the model, the photography, and yourself, and you all get credited for the amount of work that you're doing. So if I find a model and a photographer that I want to use, and we all do trade for print, I would contribute my makeup, the photographer would contribute their photography, the model would contribute herself as the canvas for the makeup artist and the photographer. The photographer would take the pictures, they would send them to me and the model so that we can both use them in the portfolio. So it's just a huge collaborative effort, and it doesn't cost a thing most of the time. I don't know, that's usually what trade for print means to me, unless they are asking for contribution as far as monetary expense goes. But every trade for print shoot that I've done hasn't had any monetary expense to me, except for maybe using my gas to get to the location of the shoot. But I would recommend, seeing if they would do a trade for print route, because when you're starting out and you're not getting money to further along your makeup set, it's very difficult to want to say, "Oh yeah, you're charging $50 an hour, let me get on top of that." I mean, obviously, if you want that opportunity, there's nothing to say you can't. I just know for me and and where I am right now, I can't afford to be spending money on trying to fix up my makeup case, my makeup set, try to get more products in that, and also pay money for a model whenever there are plenty of models that are looking for the opportunity to get their name out there as well, and photographers. So it's never a bad idea to just ask. The worst thing they're going to say is no, and then you move on from there. Sometimes I will send out these direct messages and I don't even hear a reply, and I have my answer then. If they're not interested in me, then that's fine. I'll just move on to the next person if they are interested. I have gotten quite a bit of feedback from just doing this alone. Another thing that I did that really set my career off this year is there was a photographer couple that was on my Instagram page that I started following. They mostly were expertised in bridal, engagement, more special occasions of your life. And obviously, as a makeup artist, yes, bridal and special occasions are really nice, but beauty and headshots is kind of where it's at as well. And I don't describe myself as a makeup artist that does one particular thing. I like to think that I can do it all. Avant-garde, beauty, like editorial photo shoots, prom, bridal, any type of makeup artistry, I want to be involved in it. So I haven't labeled myself to just a bridal makeup artist. If you want to do just bridal, that's cool too. Just kind of let people know what you're looking for. But anyways, what I did was I was following this Instagram couple for quite some time, and I will link them down in the description below too, because they have amazing photography. And if you are either here in Colorado or in Florida, they're moving back to Florida, I think in September, then they are awesome. I would definitely go to them for any of your photography needs. They're wonderful, especially at giving opportunities to new artists in the area. So anyway, let me get back on track. they posted something on their Instagram page that said we are starting to get into more beauty/editorial photo shoots. All I did was comment on their picture that they posted, and I said, I'm a freelance makeup artist in the Denver area. If you're looking for someone to do makeup for you, just let me know. Within a day or two, they immediately contacted me. I said, we would love to use you. We traded some information. And then within 2 weeks, I was scheduled for a shoot with them and then a model that they decided to use. So we actually ended up doing 2 different shoots that day. We'll probably post them up on my video of the 2 different shoots that we did. One was kind of inspired by Charlize Theron, and the other was just something creative and fun that we decided to do. They also had a hairstylist that came in that was good friends with them, and it was just this huge collaborative effort, and it was so much fun, and we got wonderful pictures out of it, and I loved every single minute of it. And once I actually got in with a good photographer, that's when the artistry career really started to speed up. So once I had some good professional photos and proved, yeah, I can do makeup on someone other than someone that I know, because it's nice if you can do it on your friends and family, but there's something to be said about doing makeup on a complete stranger. And I think people realize that. So anyway, from this model, she ended up asking me to work with her again. So she ended up getting a photographer. We did a different look that was more avant-garde. There was another look that was kind of like a sexy shower scene that we did. So I already had 4 types of makeup in my portfolio in just 1 month. Oh, and the photographers also set me up with a woman that was coming here that wanted to do a couples photography session with that photography couple, and she wanted to get her makeup done, so she actually paid me to do her makeup. So I had 3 different gigs in January of this year alone. Before that, I didn't really have much, so I was pretty excited. And then after that, it's just kind of been rolling and rolling and rolling. I've contacted photographers, models, all kinds of stuff. Right now I'm trying to push myself more into like editorial magazine shoots so that I can get like a tear sheet. I think that would be awesome. And then once you have a tear sheet and a few other forms of ID, you can get a pro discount. I have the Mac Pro discount because I have a website and I use my driver's license. It's pretty easy to get a Mac Pro discount. You do have to pay for it annually, but that helped quite a bit because I've already had to use my Mac discount to get a few foundations. And obviously anything helps. You know, if you kind of get to the point where you're starting to become more well-known, companies will send you PR packaging, which is pretty nice. I am not at that point yet, and the only pro discount that I have right now is Mac. I would love to have more. That way I can build up my my makeup products to use on clients. But I would just say that's the reason I wanted to get on here though, is don't give up hope. I mean, like I said, December of 2015 is when I really started to want to get into the makeup artistry, and it's now 2018, so it took me nearly 2.5 years to get where I am right now. Maybe 2 years, yeah, because last August I was able to do work on a model and on a client that ended up getting my business card from a salon that I dropped it off at. That's another thing I want to talk about is old school marketing. So you can make your website, post your portfolio on there, have your online portfolio, but it is also a good idea whether you have a really wonderful camera that you can shoot good photography off of and have professional looking photos, you can do that and use it in your portfolio, or collaborating with a photographer that is willing to take photos for you, or if you have a client that already has a photographer lined up, just getting with that photographer or getting with the client and seeing if they would, you know, allow you access to at least one headshot to show off your makeup. Do business cards. Those help quite a bit. You know, get several of them. I got some off of Vistaprint, but then I switched from Vistaprint to Overnight Prints, I believe. I believe it's Overnight Prints, because the first makeup artistry card that I had, I hated, and it was just kind of generic. It wasn't really me, but it was something because I didn't really have a whole lot of customers that I could place like their picture on my business card. But after I did my first shoot, since it was such a wonderful shoot, I ended up using that client, that model, with the makeup I did on her for my new business card. I can actually show you those business cards now. So this was the generic card that I had used, just pretty simple, some eyes, and then on the back I had a website that I had made. I don't know if you can really see it, but I had like a little QR code and my information on there, but it was just very generic and I didn't really care for it. And the actual website that I had on there was also done with Vistaprint. So once I did the first shoot and felt like this could actually go somewhere, I actually created a new website, a legitimate website with my own domain name, and put quite a bit of effort into making that website exactly how I want it to, make it professional, add in forms for customers to fill out whenever they are requesting service. And then by that time I decided I wanted to go with some really nice business cards. So this is done from the first shoot that I did at the beginning of this year. You can already tell it just looks so much better in quality. It actually has some of my work showcased on there, my name, my number, my email address. On the back it has my slogan and my email address. Again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but it's just really nice, simple, but it's actually better quality than what I got from Vistaprint. So that's what that looks like there. And basically what I do is I will go to bridal shops, event centers, venues, dress shops, salons for hair, nails, what have you. Because if you think about it, it's going to be the place that most people are going to. If they're going prom to search for prom, they're probably going to go to a dress shop to search for prom dresses. If they see your makeup card sitting there and they're going to go, ooh, yeah, I could get my makeup done, then your business is already getting spread. And then from there, weddings. What do you think of whenever you think of a wedding? All the things that it's going to take to prep that. Bouquets, wedding dresses, wedding shoes, wedding venues, photographers. So try to base everything around what you think is going to happen, what is taken into consideration for planning, and then go from there. So that's what I usually do whenever I'm marketing as far as that goes. I created a Google business. I got on Google, verified my business location, which is only my house right now. I would love to finally have a studio, but it's extremely expensive to do anything here in Colorado. So I have it set as my home location, but I have it set as private. And basically what I am doing right now is I'm just being a mobile makeup artist going to the customer, and you can charge accordingly for that. I charge 25 cents per extra mile that I have to do within 30 miles, after 30 miles out of my home location that I have listed. I made some forms. I can show you those as well. I've just kind of gone through, tried to make it more professional because I want this to be a legitimate business. Last week I made my business legit off of the Colorado Department of government, what have you. I registered my business as a trade name, so now I am registered in the state of Colorado as a legitimate business, which is super, super nice. Like I said, I've made forms. I have a client service agreement form, and then I have an agreement form for me working with the photographer, whoever it may be. But the most important thing, like I was saying, is social networking. Getting your name out there is what's going to happen the most. And if you have to do that by trade for print, don't be too proud to not accept money for something at first, because your name being out there is most important than getting money. Yes, money helps, and if there's an opportunity where you can do money and showcase your work, that's awesome. Just don't be too greedy to the point that you are not willing to do makeup just because you're not getting paid for it. If that was the case, I wouldn't have had this opportunity to further my career along, and now I've had a few gigs within these past 3 months that I'm actually getting ahead, starting to get paid for my work. So it really helps in the end to just kind of accept something that doesn't pay you anything. Try to accept things that you don't have to pay people for, and just try to get your name out there. That's the most important thing. And I know I'm rambling a little bit, but for me, this is the most important thing. I never realized how important social networking is, but it is extremely important to use. So I hope these little tips and tricks, it's not really tips, I believe. I think it's more just like common sense. But just hearing it from someone that is still starting out as new as I am maybe is inspiring to you, and just thinking, I can do this, because it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult to get your name out there. But once it's out there, you're going to start getting more clients. It's going to be awesome. So just be patient. And I hope that this information was helpful and inspired a few of you guys to pursue your dreams, because it is not out of reach. I always just looked at people on YouTube and whatever and was like, oh yeah, these people can say that because they've got 1 million subscribers and they're getting paid on YouTube and they're doing all this and all that, and yeah, of course they're getting their name out there and of course they're getting famous. But I think you have to stop and realize that these people did start from nothing, most of them, and they did work their butt off to get where they are. And that's what I want to look back on my life and say, you know what, I worked my butt off to get where I am. I don't expect to be like this crazy famous makeup artist that does makeup on celebrities and does makeup on TV shows and what have you. I just want to do something that I love doing, that I have the freedom to do. And I mean, what person doesn't want to do that? So if that is something that you are truly wanting to pursue, go for it by all means. And I have faith in you that you're going to be able to make it out of anything. So that's enough with the sappy rambling, but I love you guys, and I am looking forward to making some more YouTube videos for you guys. I would love to do a makeup video doing makeup on one of my clients or models, one of my friends, what have you. But if there's any more information you want to know, like if you want to see how I do certain things, I plan on doing a video soon of an update of the products that I have in my makeup train case, and to just kind of give an update on how it's been doing, because I bought it last year and you know, it's been a year since then. There could be some wear and tear, so I wanted to show you guys how it's withstanding. So anyways, thank you very much for listening to me ramble on, and hopefully this video helped you. Like I said, if you liked it, please leave me a thumbs up to let me know to keep doing more videos similar to this. If you have any questions, please leave any comments in this comment section below. I will link a few things that I mentioned in the description box. And if you want to see more videos of me, then subscribe. I'd love to have you a part of the Country Glamour team. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Me and the kittens say bye. Yes, we do. We say goodbye. Oh, yes, we say goodbye. Oh, she hates being held, and she's so cute. She's so cute. Oh, she loves her mama. She's just sassy. All right, bye, guys. Love you.